U.S. policy towards Argentina changed drastically when Jimmy Carter became president in 1977. One of my heroes was Pat Derian, who was appointed Assistant Secretary of State for Human Rights. She knew how damaging Kissinger's advice to the junta had been.
What are the principles of this country? Will we do anything to get what we want? And the answer has always been yes. That's the sad fact of it. We've done some wonderful things and helpful and saved people and restored governments, but we have also had a very dark side.
Under President Carter, the U.S. Embassy in Buenos Aires opened its doors to relatives registering disappearances. And he sent Pat Derian to confront the junta on its human rights violations.
Patricia Derian, subsecretaria de Derechos Humanos de la Casa Blanca.
They were very confident when I arrived that this was just going to be a pass. When they realized that we were seeing people, they followed us everywhere.
One of Pat Derian's most unnerving visits was with Admiral Maceira at the ESMA Navy School.
If you're thinking about Maceira, this is somebody who's on top of everything. And we're sitting there in the Navy Mechanical School, and I said, look, I know you're torturing people in this building. He says, no. I said, right now, below us, I know that people are being mistreated. And he said, that's nothing down there, that's part of the school. And I said, I have a map. I know what's happening in every room. And he said, you remember the story of Pontius Pilate? It's one of the most eerie moments of my life.
Maceira was washing his hands of the infernal enterprise that he commanded. Nearly 5,000 detainees were killed under his authority.
But the most telling thing was the witness of the people, the grandmother whose granddaughter was taken, and then sometime later, the knock on the door, the soldiers throwing the dead, naked body into the apartment, walking off and leaving this lady. She called the funeral home. They came and took the body away, and the man who was in charge of things there came and told her that they had inserted a rat into her vagina and stitched it up the place, and the rat killed trying to get out. Can you think of anything more horrifying? It's hard for people to believe these things happened. But here is this upstanding woman. She was a leader, a society leader. It's family after family. Horrifying.